What's up, gamers? Or should I say sewers? I don't know. I'm working on it, okay? We'll get there. It's getting colder. It's November now. I don't know when this video is gonna come out, but it's the 10th of November as I'm filming this. Today, I'm going to make myself my own trapper hat. I got this pretty fabric at the thrift store. It's soft and fuzzy, sort of like a suede-y sort of feeling. It's not suede though. It's not leather. It's like faux suede. I think it's supposed to be an upholstery fabric, but I figured it'd be nice and thick, and I like the color and I like the texture. It's very fuzzy and soft. And then I have a cannibalized hoodie that I've been making, actually 2 cannibalized hoodies that I've been making random shit out of. Got them for a lining for a jacket that my girlfriend had. Just finished that, finally. It took me like almost an entire month to do. There has been an injury, which is why. Maybe I'll make a full video on that later if anyone is curious. But if you're wondering, I did sew through my left index finger on a sewing machine. Just give a moment for all the really squeamish people watching this video. I'm going on Wednesday, it's Sunday today, to get my stitches taken out, because basically what happened was I sewed through my finger and the needle broke inside of my finger. And for some reason, when I went to the emergency room to get the needle removed, even though you can clearly see in my x-rays that there's a broken needle in my finger, and that one piece that was sticking out that got removed was not the entire needle, they just didn't remove it. So I had to go back and get the other piece taken out. So I have stitches now. So they look a little yucky, but I promise that it's actually healing really well, and I can like straighten my finger, and also it's becoming the size that a finger should be. But anyways, if you're wondering how the fuck I am willing to sew again after having every sewist's worst nightmare / intrusive thought happen to me, it's not the sewing machine's fault, it's my fault. I was being stupid, I was not using a sewing machine safely, and I face the consequences of not using a sewing machine safely. So, that's why that happened. I was a little freaked out by the sewing machine at first, but like a week after it happened, I was like, I don't want to be scared to participate in like one of my favorite hobbies. So I'm gonna be brave and use a sewing machine again. And I'm gonna just try to be really careful about it and be not stupid about it. I should have written a script. I'm so tangenty. But I feel like it's like an elephant in the room type of situation. I can't not address that my finger looks gnarly as hell right now. So yeah. Got some cool fabric. I got some shit fabric. We're gonna make a cozy winter hat. I wanted to go over my idea, how I wanted to make my pattern, because I thought that might be kind of interesting. Here I have like a normal like trapper hat, how you would make it, this sort of pattern shape. I wanted to change that shape as well as the shape of this little cap piece, so that it sits a little bit differently on my head, because my main issue when I wear like a regular style trapper hat is that it kind of slides forward in a weird way, and I wanted to see if there was a way that I could like mitigate that a little bit. It's very annoying, especially when you're trying to do like photography and stuff outside and you have this hat just like falling over your eyes constantly. Also, I wanted to change the way that the lining is on my trapper hats. The lining is usually like this. You have this sort of area where you have like the fur, and then this little piece that has fur on it, and then obviously on these little ear things as well. I don't know what those are for. I imagine they had like some kind of use that's kind of just not really a thing anymore. I think they're cute though, the little ears. And then this inner bit in here usually has a different material as sort of like a little hat lining. I wanted to change that a little bit because I have long hair now, and I do find that even when I had short hair, the fur being like that makes your hair really, really staticky, and I hate that when wearing hats in the wintertime. It is a massive pet peeve of mine. So I thought what I would do is only keep the fur in this little section, and then do a different lining on the inside. Still, I mean, it's going to be a fuzzy fabric still, but it's going to be a much lower pile. So hopefully it'll still be warm, but it won't be as staticky, hopefully. And then if I have time, I also might make some little mittens, because I think that'd be fun. We'll see. The hat might take just entirely too long, but we'll see. Alright, so last night, I guess, yeah, maybe I am wearing the same thing the next day. What are you gonna do about it? I did some very chaotic measurements that look like absolute fucking nonsense. I got some pattern pieces now. I just use construction paper because it's what I have. I don't know if these are going to be the right size. They're kind of gigantic. I've just been doing a little one of these to just kind of get an idea if it'll work. I think the back piece is not wide enough because this fits in here fine, but this does not. So, but I think honestly that is too wide. Like, that's, you know, like I don't know. I think all of these, I might even do this as like seam allowance included in the pattern pieces because it's kind of huge. So we'll see. And then I think this is the only one I'm not gonna need to change the size of. I got the little itty bitty ear flap that goes here. And then we've got this piece, and then that goes like that, you know? This is gonna curve around the top like that. And then these are for the lining. This goes on the inside here, and this goes on the inside here. I love that you can tell that this is getting a lot more blood flow because it's a different color than my other fingers. Anyways, let's get cutting stuff out. I'm out on the bottom. What the fuck is this? I wasn't doing that before. What the hell? Alright, fix the tension problem. Now I'm gonna top stitch these. I genuinely don't know why that happened. Because this one I just did on the same tension it was. And it's fine on both sides. Love sewing machines. They make sense to me and I love using them so much. Just to secure that down. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. I'm leaving this little gap here so that I can put the top on. I probably shouldn't have top stitched it until I had all the pieces together, but I wanted to see what it looked like, and look at it. Ooh, it's becoming a thing. Yay! I've started pinning. This is the inside bit that goes on the head on the sleeves. Come on. It took so long. And then this bit obviously is the inside of here. So that's pinned up. And then I don't entirely know how I'm gonna put it all together yet. I know obviously this thing, I think what I'm gonna do with it, I don't know how to explain it yet because I can't show you it. So if this makes no sense, disregard it, you'll understand it later. Basically, when all of this is attached and the lining is attached, the lining is gonna get sewn on this bottom edge here, you know, right sides to right sides, and then when I flip it out, I'm gonna top stitch that. I'm gonna leave a space open at the forehead, so the front edge of this and these bits, and the lining part of those bits, and then top stitch this in where it goes, because it's gonna be like on the forehead. It's gonna flap up there, and then it's definitely gonna need some tacking stitches to hold it up there because it's quite floppy. I don't know if this hat is gonna be as warm as some of my other trapper hats that I've had, but it'll be cute. Was that? Oh, what are you doing in there? Okay, let's try this again. No, something is happening. It's like jamming in there. There's gotta be like thread or something. Oh my god. Up, get. further up. It's just like, is it tangled in there? It is not a top thread problem. It is decidedly a bottom thread problem. I can't. Holy hell. What is happening down there? Down here. Care to explain what your fucking problem is? Is there like a lint stuck in it? There's a lint in here that's sticking out. What are you doing in there? I don't know what's causing that. Nope, there it goes again. Alright, so I figured out what my issue is. In this tiny little groove, there are two... Ignore how gnarly my finger looks. Two... I need to zoom in more. Give me the zooms. There we go. Two tiny little plate looking things. You can kind of see them. Those are called tension plates. They're like little dinner plates. And you have to really pull the thread in between those, or else it won't tension itself correctly. So I managed to finally get the stitch to look right. Wow, look at that. And that's why they're not over there anymore. They're in my lap. Actually, they're attached to this. That's why the one side was fine, but the other side wasn't, because in between doing those, I had to refill this. So, and I've just had to refill it again, and I couldn't figure out why. That's why. Alright, let's top stitch this now that I have figured out my issue. I'm really glad I didn't have to, like, start fucking Googling shit, because I was like, wait, am I just, like, not pulling it taut enough in there? Taut enough. Contrary to what you might think, that white faux Sherpa shit is, or Sherpa fleece, whatever the fuck it's called, the fuzzy white stuff, that would be the worst part to work with. Nope, it's this fucking shit. It's stretchy, it disintegrates on contact. Can you get out of there? And it will fight you the entire way. Keep in mind, and in case you're watching this video like really anxiously, anytime I'm doing any of this bullshit, my foot is nowhere like here. Look at, oh my god. Turn, hey, turn. That's the one foot. My other foot is on the center bar of the chair. the foot pedal is there. So in case you're watching this like really fucking anxiously, just be aware. I'm being safe. I'm not being stupid. I've learned my lesson the hard way. I'm literally going tomorrow to get my stitches removed, dude. I'm not doing that shit again. It was dumb enough as it is. Could you imagine doing it a second time? Oh my fucking god. They may as well just put me down when I go there. I'm actually not here to get my stitches out today. I'm here to get fucking euthanized because I'm too stupid to exist. It's like dookie over here. Got these like weird... This one is the worst. It looks like a fucking butthole. This one is just crumply. This brief intermission is brought to you in part by me. I am going to try and set up a merch store soon, so if you're interested in that, keep an eye out. It'll mostly be small stuff to start out, just like pins and stickers and magnets, maybe a couple t-shirts. So if you're interested, keep an eye out, and I will make like a proper announcement in a video when that's actually a thing. It's been like a week. Maybe I like this shirt, okay? Have you ever heard of a washing machine? Perhaps a dryer? Leave me alone. This is where we're at. I got my stitches out. I will still not be using this finger because it feels absolutely strange and fucking bizarre because the gross old scab skin peeled off, and now the skin that was underneath it feels hypersensitive and really weird, so I don't like touching anything still. I think I must have hit like a nerve ending or something when I pierced my finger. New body modification ideas. Anyways, I never actually looked at what it looked like properly to try it on, so I finished the lining. It's pinned in there. This is just tentatively flopped on here. And I've also specifically pinned so that the sharp pointy bits are poking out of the fabric, not into the fabric, so I don't pierce my scalp while I'm at it. I think I might trim these back a little bit because I feel like they come too far forward, and even when I sew these, they're just not gonna be as far back as I want them. I'm also not sure if this is too big now. It looks a little bit wide, but maybe when I trim it back, it'll look fine. I think I'm probably gonna go about... That's gonna bother me when I'm editing. I just remembered the last video. I didn't mention it, but my hair was like tickling the mic and it was bothering the shit out of me while I was editing. I don't know if you could hear it in the final edit because I did put music over it, but it was annoying the shit out of me. So I'll make sure I don't do that again. I think I'm probably gonna go about like half an inch, 5/8, maybe a full inch in, and then obviously make this a nice... I was gonna go for like a rounded square, but I think I'm just gonna go... I think I'm just gonna go for the traditional little round flap, because even when I put these up here, that's a little bit much. It's just too much. So yeah, I think I'm gonna trim that back, and then I guess we'll put it together and see if I hate it or not, and then we'll be done. Wow. This took entirely too long. It did not need to take as long as it's taken. This I feel like could stand to be a little bit not as wide. The only problem is it's kind of like the first thing that I did and I'd have to take it apart to fix it. So it's like, do I fix it? Which means I have to rip it apart. Or do I just make a new one? It's just, maybe if it's just shorter? Like not as tall? Okay, that looks a little better. Maybe it's just that, yeah, if we just take like an inch off, because this is a little goofy. This is a little too much. If we just take, I just fold it. Also, that is, look at the fucking shape of this thing. What the hell? Anyways, just take like an inch off. That looks pretty good, and it also looks like it'll fit. So I think I'm literally just gonna cut this inch section off the end here, because I just folded that as a guesstimate and it looks worlds better, so let's do that too. Did not mean to start recording. This is what it looks like pinned up. A hat. Why is it recording? How long? How long has it been doing that? What the fuck? You flap. The shape has been shaped. Sewn inside out. I will still need to top stitch that, but and then this thing needs to go in here. It needs to be pinned on, and then that needs to fold under like this, and then it needs to be top stitched. So much. Alrighty, well, let me go do that then. Guess what, gamers? I don't want to put it over here. I don't know why I did that. Anyway. It's a hat. You gotta hit the stance. The stance from that one picture I took. That's a hat. I don't have any little thingies. Maybe put a snap here or something. Also figured out what these are. My vestigial ear flaps. They were for headphones. When they used to use them, pilots used to use them. You could put these up, and there used to be like a little hole here, so you put your headphones on, and then Now, obviously, pilots are not wearing them, so you just got these little ears. I think they're cute. I think it leaves a lot of potential if you wanted to make one of these and have like kind of an animal sort of design theme. You could have whatever animal's little ears here. I think that'd be cute. But this is my hat. It's a hat. I like it a lot. I don't know if it's warm enough, but we'll find out. I don't know why it's doing this. You can like really shape it. I don't know why. Also, there are a few things I really can't hear in this. Maybe I should put ear holes in it. There are a few things I would have liked to do better. Luckily, you cannot see. Sorry, I'm flipping you off. It's not intentional. It's just weird to utilize this finger because I can. I just don't like it because once again, it's very sensitive. Luckily, this ended up working out. Basically, what I did was a ladder stitch, but with the flap in between the outer layer and the inner layer, and then I didn't end up top stitching over it because I tried to, and I broke my sewing machine needle. Genuinely don't even know how that happened because it's not even that thick. It went over this seam, which is about the same thickness, no problem. The ones on the front, for some reason, couldn't do it. So, luckily you cannot see any of the mess going on behind here, because it sure is a mess. It's bad. It's real bad looking. But luckily, I think my main thing, I'm really happy with how these seams turned out. The camera's not going to focus on that, but this top stitching, generally, it came out a little funky down here because I didn't really plan very well how I was going to put it together. But I mean, overall it's not bad. This seam is probably my favorite, even though it's literally on the back and no one's going to be looking at it, but like, it just turned out so nice and so even. I was really focusing on like taking my time with the top stitching because that's usually something I just try to zoom through, and I still did end up with some funky top stitching. These are pretty bad for it. So I was like, oh, they'll be quick. This side looks great. I don't know what's going on here. It's a little... So I don't know. I think I could still stand to get a bit better at stuff like top stitching, but most of that is just like an exercise in patience, which clearly I have very little of. Case in point. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Most of the things are just like, I either didn't have, like I don't have the little buttons and loops for this. I didn't have clips or buckles or buttons for this either, so it doesn't have those. But I barely use those, so they're mainly just like decoration. And then the other things that I don't like about it are mainly just like a me issue because I'm impatient. The fit is pretty good. There were some last minute changes I made that made it even gooder. I'm glad I changed how much these stick out, and I'm glad that I changed the shape of the back and the bottom of them slightly, because if I had kept them square like that, I think they would have been overbearing and absolutely annoying. So anyways, that's my hat. That's my thoughts about it. I'll let you know in, I don't know, the description or something, or maybe the end of this video if it's like not warm enough at all. I can always make another, I guess. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my silly little hat and my yucky little finger. Subscribe.